from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
Well. Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG Ultra Gear TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistics and Crucial. And yep, our apparel partner, 656. I've got my jersey on, and I believe Krips today. He definitely had it yesterday, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah.
I can wear it
But
again. It's okay.
yeah,
Just give me 2 minutes. I'll go change.
yeah. But anyways, guys, welcome. Got some amazing matches for you guys. The first set of games for the day were really good. Salt Esports and FS Esports taking on against each other. It was quite an impactful game right there. But the actual action is going to happen right here at the 8 p.m. game, which is going to be starting right about now. Exo taking on against the side of RG Academy. So, Krips, what do you feel about this match?
I feel like Team XO should not be having too much trouble going up against ROG Academy. But given the way this team has been progressing, I do have quite a lot of expectations from ROG Academy. I don't expect them to win, but I do expect them to make XO bleed and sweat.
Well, I do believe that we are going to be seeing a little bit more than bleed and sweat because RG Academy, not to
Whine,
forget, they've.
whimper.
Yeah, I mean, RG Academy, they have got a pretty solid roster this time around, though. And I'm sure that you are aware about that, Krebs. You were part of the action when the tryouts and
Mhm.
everything were going on as well. So you might have a lot more insight about all of these players, don't you?
I mean, not as many because let's be honest. I mean, even though I know the players to some extent, I haven't really seen them perform in too many tournaments. They also are not a very old team. They've only been formed like less than a month ago. So naturally, they don't have as much chemistry and they haven't had the time to develop all that chemistry as much as EXO has. So while I know that the players are talented, they just need a little bit more time to get into their true form, to get into their full potential.
Completely agree to you on that as well. So let's quickly jump in over towards the group standings now and take a quick look at what exactly is the story over there. I mean, yeah, EXO and RG Academy. I feel as if RG Academy, they are going to be doing quite well now, and hopefully, if they do get this win against the side of Team EXO, then there might be a little bit of a problem for the side of Team EXO as well because they have got one more team with the name of RG Academy to prep up against. Now, Team EXO, we know for a fact that they are slowly but surely getting all of that pace back. We had a little bit of a down moment for them as well in the previous season. Now, moving into season 3, they're looking like a much improved roster, and they have started prepping up against all of these other teams. Now, RG Academy is something that might be new to a lot of teams out there. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what exactly RG Academy can do. We are also going to be seeing RG Academy. To be honest, they've got one sensational player with the name of Sensei. So okay, sensational. Okay, I kind of did
We
that,
get
but
it. We
yeah.
get it. You don't need to justify your puns.
But yeah, sensational plays coming out from the side of Sensei, and there you go. He's featured right there on the first spot, and look at this. Damn, those hoodies really do look good, right? I mean, jackets.
I
I
know.
mean, yeah, jackets.
Yeah. So I have both at this time. I have the gauntlet jersey and I have the ROG jacket.
I'm
I
jealous of
can
you.
wear. I know. That's exactly why I said it. But uh, given that this roster is talented, the only thing that I worry about right now is that they haven't gotten too much time to get into the groove. And I've said it time and again that teams do need a little bit of gelling up period. And during this phase, people also have good results. Now, it leads to a lot of people thinking, oh, wait, these guys were just formed like a month ago and now they're already getting so many good results. What's the secret? Is this the new super roster? No, it's called the honeymoon phase. The real test of these players will be later on during the tournament because these are one of their opening matches. Later on in the tournament, when time has passed, when they have had enough time to gel together and the honeymoon phase is over, at that point in the tournament, how they perform is going to be the true test of ROG Academy.
Completely. I mean, see, some of the players on the side of RG Academy, right? We got Bullseye, got Equinox, Ludra, even Wonder at one point. We know them. But Sensei is someone that is actually, going to be quite a new name to the entire country out there. Um, we know for a fact that Bullseye, he used to be an amazing duelist. He still might be, but with the entry of Sensei into the team, Bullseye might actually have to go play some other role as well. So yeah, I mean, Sensei, I really can't wait to see what exactly he's going to be doing. I mean, if you take a look at their qualifier stats, RG Academy, their qualifier stats look really, really good. During the live draw event, we actually did showcase the qualifier stats coming out from the side of RG Academy, and those were looking really, really good. The numbers were quite shiny, and we really can't wait to see what exactly they're going to do today against the side of Team EXO. Because if they're not going to be able to perform, that is going to be a little bit of a demotivating factor, but at the same time, this is the start of the season, so it's okay. They can, slowly but surely make their way back up as well. But speaking of making their way back up, Team EXO, they have done it in the previous season. Let's see if they can do it this time around or not as we move over towards the team intro for the side of Team EXO. And yeah, I'm going to quickly go ahead and take a quick look at RG Academy once again. We're going to be playing out the side of Team EXO as well.
Well, Team EXO are a very tough contestant, and going up against ROG Academy, they have the advantage because they've been to the playoffs of Gauntlet, and not just Gauntlet, they are one of the top tier teams in the country, and they have taken down foes much bigger than RG Academy. So on paper, if you ask any layman who's going to win, everyone will say XO, and that's exactly why you can't blame me as well whenever you ask me about this one. And XO, yeah, sure. While they are a really good team, they're not invincible. I mean, they are really good against structured play. They are also really good against teams who like to push because the chaotic style of Team XO does enable them to counter those kind of play styles. But now that they're going up against ROG Academy, I don't think XO know what to expect. So they'll just go into the server, bring in their own regular game. They will try to play more of their strat other than trying to counter Team ROG Academy. But on the flip side, ROG Academy have years and years of data on Team XO. I mean, these guys have played so many tournaments, so many matches. They can go ahead and study any one of those demos and they'll find out quite a lot about their opponents. That's an advantage that ROG has that XO don't.
I mean, Team EXO, right? I feel as if they definitely have to go ahead and pick up their game. As in, we did see towards the end of season 2, Blackhawk, he really wasn't feeling that good. I mean, we know how Blackhawk plays, and we know what kind of a player he is, what he's capable of, and what he has pulled off before as well in a particular match. But towards the end of season 2, Team EXO, they just weren't looking like themselves, and I don't know what was going on in their heads. Let's hope that everything is sorted out now and they are feeling it. Blackhawk, towards the very end, we know for a fact that he did have his low, but he's going to quickly go ahead and pick up his game. And we have got Crips in the jersey, a quick outfit change.
Yep, thank you.
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason we all have snappy fingers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is a quick outfit change right there. And yeah, we both are rocking the Gauntlet jerseys, the fan jerseys. You guys can grab yourselves as well a fan jersey by going down in the description below. There'll be a link. And also in the description down below are all the team codes. So if you want to support your favorite team, you guys can use their respective codes, and all the money, I mean, yeah, it definitely goes into that favorite team as well. The code that you use, yes, your favorite team, you're going to be supporting them by buying yourself a jersey. So please don't forget to do that. So yeah, let's move it over towards the map veto, as we are all set and ready for the map veto, and we are going to be taking a quick look at what maps are going to be played today between both of these teams. It's going to be starting off with the map of Split. We're going to be jumping straight into towards Bind, and then the decider is going to be Ascent. Now, Grips, Split is something that EXO have been, I don't know, they have been spamming Split every match.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Split was not one of their strongest maps a few months ago, but they want to strengthen everything. They want to make sure that no matter which map is picked by their opponents, they will be able to beat them on it. And at this point, EXO starting to pick up Split themselves indicates that they are very strong on it. They're very comfortable on it. And why not? Because if you're going up against a new team, like let's say Team ROG Academy, they can study your demos in the more complex maps like Haven, Breeze, and Icebox. And in those maps, you can come up with a counter strategy. But in maps like Split, Bind, and Ascent, what will you do by studying your opponent's demos? Sure, you'll find out their positions, but Split, Bind, Ascent, the one thing that all these three maps have in common is that you can make spontaneous decisions on the fly and they can still work. They are not maps which require a lot of pre-planning. So spontaneous decisions and quick changes in the team structure can be done in these maps. And that's exactly what you want against a team that has the opportunity to study you, but you can't study them.
Completely. I mean, I am really looking forward to seeing what exactly is. I mean, I'm trying to connect the dots here. RLG Academy, I'm not really sure about their performance on the map of Split, but on the map of Bind, they definitely are really strong. I mean, one of the games that I did have the opportunity to witness from the side of Team RLG Academy was on the map of Bind. Ascent is again, something like a national map of sorts, where all the teams they
Yeah.
like to play the map of Ascent. Everyone's too good at it, so there's nothing really, worthy enough to mention on the map of Ascent. But on the map of Bind is something that I am really, really concerned for the side of RG Academy. Now, EXO, they've been playing the map of Bind from quite some time now, but RG Academy, even though it's their favorite map, even though it's a map that they're very, very comfortable on, it's going to be down to how exactly the entire agent selection is going to be as well. On the map of Split, well, RG Academy need to counter size KO and the aggression that is going to be coupled up with that KO play coming out from Excali. Now, Excali and Blackhawk, both these players are just gonna spam that W key on top of the KO abilities coming out from the side of size. So attack for Team EXO is gonna be really, really strong. And that is exactly what we're going to be starting off the map of Split with. RG Academy is starting off on the defense, and EXO they're starting off on the attack.
And if they can find a way to somehow break the EXO momentum right at the start, if they make sure that if Team EXO did not get off the starting line properly, then they probably won't be able to finish the map as strongly as well. So the only thing that ROG need to do is just make sure that these guys do not get the opening pick that they're looking for. And that's what Team EXO is famous for, right? They split up. No, it doesn't have anything to do with the map split. They always split up. They play their defaults. They look for a pick and then they move in accordingly. If they do not get that opening pick, then XO have to move in based on nothing but their instincts and just a bunch of hunches. So without the opening pick, they don't look as intimidating as they would when they do have a man advantage. So if they can just survive for a little longer and force EXO to commit to plays without having too much information, then I think these guys should be able to beat them. But it's still going to be tough. EXO have been spamming Split, and it stands to reason they're the stronger team over here. And let's find out who is actually the stronger team by taking a look at their agent selections.
Let's move directly in towards the agent selection screen, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be Team EXO. I'm going to be quickly going ahead and locking their agents. Yeah, I mean, spamming Split. quite some time now, and they know what they're supposed to pick. So it's going to be an instant lock coming out from them. Excali on the Raze, Ghost on the Sage, Wimp is going to be picking up Killjoy, Sai is going to be on the KO, and Blackhawk is going to be on the Omen as well. RG Academy, on the other hand, we've got Bullseye, who's going to be on the Raze. Sensei is going to be picking up Jet. So, yep, Bullseye and Sensei both are picking up a duelist each. Equinox is going to be on the KJ, and Ludra is going to be on the Astra. Wonder should pretty much go for a Sky or maybe, I don't know, Sage. You never really know. It's going to be entirely up to the side of RG Academy to decide that. But what do you think? Okay, so I kind of was just, thinking about the lineup coming out from the side of Team Exo. What do you think, Chris? Instead of Blackhawk going in for the Omen, how about an Astra? How exactly is that going to be turning out?
Choose your agent.
So the Astra and the Omen, while they both can stop the threat on the attacking side, while they both can cover the more common areas like, let's say, screens and heaven on A. On the attacking side, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Yeah, maybe on the attack, the Astra is a little more viable because then you can gravity pull some of these corners which you expect enemies to be in. But I think the main reason why the Omen has an advantage over Astra in a map like Split is because of the countless one-way smokes that you can put up.
Yeah.
And there are so many angles. Like on the A side itself, there are like 4 one-way smoke angles that you can use. And I don't even have to mention how many there are on B, how many there are on mid. You can just guess, right? And if you have all these one-way smokes, and if your smokes recharge every 35 seconds, you will basically be able to stop the side of Team ROG Academy from coming in. And you take a look at the ROG Academy roster. They have a Raze and a Jet, 2 mobility-based agents. Both these agents are supposed to just fly in with lightning fast speeds and move into the side, take it for themselves. If there's a one-way smoke put up between them now, then will they be discouraged? I don't know. Maybe they will be. At least if the mobility agents are not discouraged, the other teammates will have a little bit of difficulty trying to move inside with all those smokes present over there. But without further ado, we can leave the theory crafting for later on, ladies and gentlemen. The match is about to start.
Yep, we're into the pistols. Excali, they're going to try and aggress it over towards the A side. It's all down to Equinox, by the way. It's going to be the sole defender over towards the A side. He has to hold on to the side for a little bit longer until the cavalry arrives, until the backup arrives as well over towards the A side. But it looks like that he won't be needing any backup as he single-handedly managed to hold down the A side, and this is insane. ROG Academy off to a really, really good start, Krebs, as a pistol round. A sole defender over towards the A side. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you got Sensei towards the side. You got Equinox and Bullseye both coming in to help him just at the right time. And they all go beyond their smokes and start to fight against the side of Team XO. And while they're busy dealing with the man inside the side, it's really cool how the other players just moved in to back them up and no time was wasted. XO also had a really fast execute, right? They threw in the smokes, the nades, and they just went flying in. Yeah, sure, Excali with the satchels were not perfect, but oh my god, those shots definitely are perfect from Sensei. I can see why you were hyping him up so much.
Yeah, he's too good. I mean, you guys are gonna see a lot, so I'm just gonna stop bragging about them. He's just gonna show us what he's made of. Well, for now though, Excali, it's gonna be the one who's gonna pick up that sheriff and he's gonna secure that position over towards the vent rooms. Wonder can easily pick off Sai, shouldn't be a problem. Sai is really low. And yeah, for this round, the objective for Team Exo is to just do as much damage as possible, right? Take down as many ROG players as possible, you know? Make them reinvest into round 3 and not let them go ahead and pick up all the rifles. So yeah, this is gonna be economical damage coming out from the side of Exo for this round. And yeah, I'm gonna try and, you know, just stabilize their economy as well. Equi.
30 seconds left.
Try and come back over towards the heavens. Yes, the turret was really good, by the way. Yeah, this is a standard turret over towards the stars, and I feel as if Excali is gonna go ahead and tickle the side of Equinox a little bit. He's like, Equinox, don't you dare rotate. We are still here. Stay towards A while we are going over towards B.
10 seconds left.
There's no time to plant the spike. The moment they try to move in, they won't be able to check all the corners. They'll be desperately just trying to put it down. But hey, at least it's nice that they died before the timer ran out. Otherwise, they would have had no money in the next one.
Ludra, again, a player who isn't given, a lot of spotlight, but he definitely deserves it. He's an amazing Astra player, by the way. I once faced him in a custom game. I was against him, and the guy and his astral abilities are just too good. Like it's all about the coordination as well. And I haven't really got to see how exactly he gels well with the duelists, because over on the attack is where I actually want to see. I mean, on the defense, the Astra can pretty much hold off a site by herself, but on the attack is where the Astra has to constantly be in contact with the duelist and make all of these executes happen. So to time the abilities right is very, very important. When exactly do you need the pull? When exactly do you need the concuss, etc., etc., and the smoke, of course. But hey, Sally, he's gonna be the one quickly going against the frag. That's nice. Sensei is gonna be going down. With that, the other is seeing bullseye. Drop in a nade and get his. Wow, Excali. Did he forget to fall back, or anyways? Sai, on the other hand, is gonna quickly barge in over towards the vent room, take control over towards the rope room, and he's gonna try and maybe make his way towards the 8 hours, but Wonder, that was quite an adventurous move right there. And with that, there's gonna be Team Exo who are gonna be in the lead, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of an advantage.
Killjoy in B main.
Through that, Equinox holding on over towards the B mains. Not really sure how exactly he's gonna be able to stop this kind of a push, because see, right now if he moves in alone, it is going to be a bit of a problem. He has to wait for Bullseye to come in from the A side as well, so that they can together somehow make a play happen. But if he shows himself up right now, he's going to be dead.
Unfortunately, the nanoswarms and the alarm bot position of Equinox is not very optimal for him. This would have been great if Team EXO started to attack the B side directly. But since they move in from A to ramp to rope room and then to B, those alarm bot setups aren't really that helpful. But I do want to point out one thing. It was a really ingenious setup from these guys over here, over on the side of ROG Academy. I mean, the nade was thrown, sure, but there were just way too many people, and I think Excali was like body blocked or something. That's probably why he couldn't fall back.
I'm not really sure what happened there. I mean,
yeah. It was a chunky nade, and it affected a lot of people. Everyone took a little bit of damage. Excali just took a little bit much more than the other ones.
Yeah, that was quite the take right there. But nice little read coming out from Excali, by the way. He knew that there might be an operator coming out from the side of RG Academy. So again, there's a really good white peak that he came up with right off the get-go. Took down Sensei, took down the operator, but unfortunately, the operator still lives, and this round we might just see Sensei getting something done over towards the middle position. And yep, there are players headed over towards the middle area. Sensei, he might just be able to get himself the frag on towards Excali, but nah. Excali is just going to quickly jump in over towards the vent room, and this is a very, very common strategy coming out from the side of EXO. Every single round, they take mid control, they take vent control, and then from there on out, they decide where to go, A or B.
Oh, they almost line up.
Spike
ROG,
down mid.
Bullseye with a double. More to follow as nobody coming through from vent. So that will keep EXO safe for a little bit longer. Even the player who was present towards the stairs area has fallen back now to regroup and reinforce the B site. This will funnel them into the site, but when they do move in over here, things could get a little problematic. There is a turret available from the side of Team EXO, but because the Killjoy is dead, you can see that Ludra can take a position in B main, and he won't be detected because of it. Now, this might just make things a little problematic for Team EXO. At this point, they've gone for a complete halt. They take control of Heaven, and they stop. They want to punish ROG Academy in the middle of their
30
rotations.
seconds left.
Because they know that with so much time being spent, ROG will get curious, and one of them will reveal themselves. That should help them equalize the situation. But ROG Academy are disciplined. They don't budge an inch. They don't show their faces. And with 15 seconds left, they have no time. They must move right now. The flash, it can't be detonated.
10
It's up in the
seconds
sky,
left.
but it can't be detonated because she's been silenced, and Wonder will be taken down. Oh, Equinox does kill one, but
Last
Sai brings
player
it back.
standing.
All on these aim duels, and it's up to Sensei. No dash available, but he will be able to catch
enemy
Excali.
remaining.
That's a mistake and a half. And Sai's position is kind of known. Fake footsteps. He's hoping to bamboo high, and he falls back just enough. He was on the top, and Sai thought that he might just be able to catch him falling down to heaven, but that was not at all the case. Has enough time to recover the op too. Sensei playing around with their minds.
Clutch.
God damn it, Sensei. Why you gotta do Sai like that, huh? I mean, that was a really smart move coming out from Sensei as well. The guy is an absolute animal. I mean, that's what our producer and our project lead as well told us about Sensei. He's an animal. So yeah, you better watch out for him. He's hungry, and yeah, he definitely is gonna be eating the entirety of Team Exo for dinner.
Well, seems like his appetite for bloodthirst is definitely not quenched yet. He's got the AWP once again, and this time he has his Blaze Storm available too. So he should be able to rack up quite a lot of kills. But Team Exo start to display their aggression towards the B side this time around, something that they haven't done in the past. And because they're showing themselves towards B, Bullseye was keen enough to push out towards the A side. But the Boombot discovers Blackhawk and he stops in his track. He's like, nah, Exo are going for a split approach. They're everywhere. Let's just fall back and not give them the man advantage. And that's exactly why Wonder also isn't keen on fighting. He will just gracefully fall back.
Go get him.
I think Sai can be resonating here. And nobody will be able to peek him once again. But Sensei, he can still kill people who don't have the resurrection available. 3 more seconds, and if they don't touch Sai by that time, he's
Spike
gonna
down,
die.
B.
And everyone's
One
dying.
enemy
Sensei
remaining.
still continuing to rack up all these kills.
Wow. Wow, I mean, what? Excali? Wonder had a Spectre, by the way,
Not
Chris.
ready.
He had a goddamn Spectre. And this is just insane. The way Sensei just look at it in the instant replay. The way he went ahead and took down Sai. Sai, he just activated his ult. And instantly he was shut down. He was put down, and at the same time, despite the fact that the entirety of RG Academy were suppressed, doesn't matter. Ludra towards the back of the B side was so good. As I told you, Ludra is an amazing anchor, by the way, and it's not just his astral abilities that are to be, mentioned. It's also the ability to hold on to a side all by himself. Yes, Ludra is also, Wonder is also present there, but Wonder is mostly just guarding the tower's position for him. And right now, Bullseye is going to be the one guarding the 8 towers. And Team Exo, they're just so aggressive every single round, right? They're just constantly in that battle of getting map control, but I don't know. They're just being read like an open bird by the side of RG Academy. And this time, Sensei, he knew that. That's why he's placed himself over towards the A side.
Yeah, but Team Exo have a decent amount of map control. Like, they have players deep on A ramp. They just had Excali, I believe. He was trying to toy around on B Heaven. And now that the rocket's been activated, they better run. Wonder has nothing else. But the rocket on Excali is still available. And now he's looking for his next prey. He survives the first showstopper. Can he land it off in time? Yes, he will! Bullseye goes down. And the rockets pay off
Spike
dividends.
planted.
Team XO are able to make this eco round work. They've got the plant. RG Academy not having too much HP on their jet. And that's the call for the save.
That's right. The save is definitely going to come in. That was a really good play coming out from the side of Exo, by the way. Yeah, map control is something. So, if the audience is not aware of this, we'll let them in on this specific information as well from the side of Team Exo, right? On the map of Split, this is a very, very common move coming out from them. Every single match, if you would see coming out from the side of Team Exo, their default strategy is to take the mid control. Mid is something that they always tend to have a control on. Mid and the rope room. Wow, Equinox. So we managed to get all of these frags as well, but does it really matter? It was like a thrifty round coming out from the side of Team Exo, right? So they're obviously gonna go ahead and get a buy, but well, it's something though. But anyways, getting back to the point, right, Crips? Team Exo, every single round they would take mid, they would take rope rooms, and it just makes their life so much more easier to rotate wherever the hell they want, and they can easily bamboozle the open inside without any issues whatsoever.
Yeah, but this time they're not too keen on going towards mid. In fact, they hightailed it towards the A side. Thrusters on max speed full, and Sensei can't get anything done. He lands a couple of knives, but that's all she wrote for him. Just a little bit of damage. Paranoia to follow all the way down towards the A heaven entrance. That's gonna stop anyone from coming in, but maybe Bullseye doesn't want to go for the rope shenanigans just yet. There's people looking in his direction, and you're inaccurate up there. More to follow. Equinox trapped in the site all by himself, and while he's looking towards people on heaven, Wimp is already in the site, and he's taken away his
Spike
place.
planted.
Lutra trying his level best to get something done here, but Sai on the other hand trying to cheekily use that space in the wall. Maybe try and get a frag. Wonder on the other hand has got no flashes left, but if he can wait for the next 10 seconds, which he cannot actually, never mind, he can. It's okay. I thought that he's just gonna be a little bit more aggressive, but hey, he's got his flash left, and yeah, going to go ahead and use it as well. I thought he was gonna be using it over towards the elbow position, but it's okay. Anyways, Ludra finds the frag on towards Blackhawk, but that's all that he's gonna get. This retake wasn't really successful at 2 versus 4. Completely understandable from the side of Team RG Academy, but yeah, that is something that they need to be careful about. These quick plays coming out from the side of Exo, right? These explosive plays. If I have to consider Excali and his aggressiveness along with the Raze, these explosive plays are something that they need to be very, very careful about. If they're not going to be able to stop them, Sensei, he could have actually, you know, patiently played it out with the team. It's okay. Sometimes things do happen, and hey, Excali once again just gonna double satchel his way in towards the side. Moving over towards the elbows, and Excali is looking to move over towards the screen and take down that Killjoy lockdown as well. Yep, lockdown is gonna be destroyed, and with that, Exo and their explosive plays,
Spike
they are
planted.
playing. They're paying dividends.
The lockdown never really had any relevance. The moment it was put down, it kind of acted like a magnet which attracted all the XO players towards it. They move right in, destroy it, and it was never relevant right from the start. A lightning fast execute from the side of Team XO. They failed to pull it off in the pistol round, but now it seems like they got the formula right. They changed a few things around. And if you break it down in detail, you will notice the little intricacies which allow Team EXO to make this really, really quick. They nade towards the bottom of the rafters area. The boombot clears out the people who are hiding in the deep corner of sight. The gravity well pulls anyone inside of elbow. The screens in the Heavens area are already smoked off, so you don't need to worry about that. But as the players try to move in towards the Heavens region, the paranoia from, I believe it's Blackhawk who's playing the Omen. Yeah, the paranoia goes ahead and blinds anyone who's trying to enter the A Heavens region. Anyone who's rotating in from the B side and trying to make their way back towards A, that player will be caught off. And then, of course, you put the Sage over there and they just wall it off. Rotations are denied right then and there. And that's the standard formula of Team XO A execute. If ROG Academy can disrupt any one of them, and I don't mean you need to stop them, no, you just need to disrupt them a tiny little bit. If one of those things go wrong, then the entire execute will come falling apart from the side of Team XO. They just need to find that one little chink in armor. Now, what is that chink in the armor? Luckily, that's not my job to find out, but I hope these players can find a solution. And that's why they've taken this tactical timeout as well.
Yeah, RG Academy right now, they have a tactical timeout that is active, and yeah, we can see in their camps as well. They're discussing something. I mean, they definitely have something planned right now. Hopefully, they do find that way to stop this kind of an explosive attack coming out from the side of Team EXO. Man, we pointed it out as well, right? We mentioned it before the match even started that Excali is someone that you need to be very, very careful about. Again, an animal just like Sensei. The guy just doesn't stop at all. It's like the S key or like the stop button doesn't exist for him on the keyboard. just keeps on going and going and going. He doesn't leave W and clicks on that left mouse button as soon as he sees a head.
Except
Gaps
for
their
when,
head. Yeah.
except for when they're trying to look for an advantage. You remember that one round where RG Academy had the advantage 4 versus 3? EXO just took B Heaven control and they stopped.
Oh yeah.
They didn't move.
Yep.
They wanted RG to give up the advantage by either trying to gather information or either trying to go for a peek or something. But ROG didn't do it. They were just disciplined. They stayed hidden. Why? Because they've done their homework. Any other team would have peeked, or if not peeked, at least they would have, like, I don't know, thrown down a sky flash or maybe put down a turret or something or the other to gather some information. Now,
That's
most
the thing
people don't
about-
play SOA on the
Yeah.
map, but if there was anything equivalent of a SOA now, whether it's a sky flash or maybe like a K or knife, they would have used it to gather information. And ROG didn't do that because they already knew what's going on. They've done their homework. They know when EXO likes to press W and they know when they like to hit the brakes.
And that's the thing about Excali as well, right? It's a very disciplined aggression. It's not like just pressing W and just aggressing anywhere. It's a very disciplined aggression. He knows when he's supposed to aggress, when he's supposed to stop. But yeah, it's in the end, you definitely can't take it away from the side of RG Academy as well. They know what they're doing, they know what they're supposed to do as well. And they're looking so good, right? To be a new fresh roster and performing this good, it definitely takes something, right, Krebs? Like you can't take it away from them.
Nobody's taking away anything from them. If anything, we want to give more to them, right? We want to empower these teams as much as possible. That's exactly why TEC got and keeps on having the competitions all the year round. The moment one season ends, we have a break of what, like barely a week, sometimes even less than that before we start the next season. It's because we want to keep giving these teams a chance to keep playing, improve themselves. And let's be honest, at the end of the day, your job is not to be the best team in the country. Your job is only to be better than who you were yesterday. And sure, you might be able to win the Gauntlet Cup, but at the end, the main goal is not to just settle for the Gauntlet Cup, right? You want to go ahead and win the bloody World Championship. You want to represent your country internationally at not just the VCT Masters or the LCQ. You want to represent it at the VCT Champions Tour, the main championship that's going to happen later on in the year. That's the goal. There should be no limit.
Absolutely. Well, Team EXO, they were very close last time to try and make their way into becoming the winners of Season 2, but, I mean, Velocity. This is better. And yeah, I mean, Team EXO this time around, though, for Season 3, they definitely are going to have that one goal to go ahead and win out the Gauntlet Season 3. Potentially grab themselves that shield as well. That amazing shiny trophy that we at TEC have got for them. Can be anyone. This time, Season 3 looks really packed with a lot of fresh young talents as well. One of which is definitely in the server right now against the side of EXO. It's RG Academy. So let's see what RG Academy can do. Previous RG Academy roster didn't quite do well, by the way. They managed to swim, but towards the very end, they did sink. So, yeah, that was something that, I mean, the entire team was falling apart. So, really can't help it. But then, yeah, they did have their, they did have their entire tryouts, and they got themselves fresh 5 new players. So. Really
Yeah, and the
looking forward to
RG
seeing
Academy
how-
roster refreshes every 3 months. So next season, if you guys think you have a chance, if you guys think you're good enough to make it into the pro circuit, do apply for the RG Academy rosters. I mean, you may or may not make it, but it's always worth a try.
Yep, RG Academy. An awesome initiative coming out from the side of RG, right? Just gives all of these fresh, young, new talents in the country a chance, platform to go ahead and showcase what they've got. Hey, and this time, all 5 of these amazing players have got their chance. So let's see during this course of 3 months how exactly they're going to perform, and whether or not they can at least get themselves the Gauntlet Shield. One season at least. I mean, come on. That's something that everyone wants, right?
Yeah, but
VLT
not
have
everyone
done
can
it.
get it.
True. I mean, VLT have secured themselves 2 times in a row. Let's see if they can make it a hat trick or not. Man, Velocity Gaming. That is another story boiling up right there, right? We definitely are going to be talking about them when their game comes up, but for now, it is EXO versus the side of RG Academy. And hey, Ludra has reconnected. Let's hope that we are going to be jumping straight into the game really, really soon. Split is a map that was actually not picked up by many except for Global Esports, EXO, even Velocity. But Velocity, they've started playing other maps as well. I mean, we have seen Breeze in their entire map pool nowadays. And yeah, EXO, they are looking strong on the map of Split, but still, I feel as if there is a lot to sharpen right there. Don't you think so?
I don't really have an opinion on that, to be honest. I was a bit too distracted by the fact that they left the spike back in mid.
Yeah, might be a late round brain play. You never really know.
They go back for it
You
after
should
taking
run.
control of vents. Lockdown committed to its speed. What's this gonna force? It's gonna force the players of ROG Academy to stay on the edge of stairs and B heaven. Or maybe just outside of the defender entrance.
Bomb grenade out.
And just to make sure they don't have any counter pushes, they activate Sai's ultimate as well. And they move inside. The players are trapped over here, but hey, they're not trapped in here with EXO. EXO are trapped in here with them. They finally start to pick up all the kills. Ghost does manage to bring it back to a 3v3, but it has become a little more expensive. He can't even
30
go for the rest
seconds left.
because the dead teammate is out in the open.
Spike
Needs to
down.
protect him from the heavens region.
Kill my
The res
ally.
is committed, but it is a little bit of a baity push. Oh, the paranoia is perfect. It stops and protects them for just a little bit longer. But Sensei, he's made his way over towards the other side of pillars, and he can now isolate these 1v1s. Wonder knows exactly where the Omen is. He needs to peek out a little wider. Sensei helps him out even though he misses. And now both the positions are known. Sai cannot do anything from this spot. This plant isn't even for him. And Sensei taps him out of existence.
Oh! Stop it already, Sensei! What the hell? Ouch! Sai! I mean, we have seen Sai on the sniper in every tactical game out there. I mean, oh! Just... I don't even want to see the instant replay now. Damn! That beautiful face. Simmer is definitely gonna be mad, but hey, Sensei, just look at this. What a play, man. Just what a peak. Like, to be that confident. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of confidence, Excali is feeling confident right now as he double chances his way towards the towers. I just need able to get himself subscribe onto team counts as well. Equinox is holding a charge, mind you. And Excali is aware of that fact. He's gonna throw in that pain shell to just completely force Equinox down towards the rope rooms so that it makes Excali's life easier to take him down as well. Having the vantage point up there. And again, a split approach coming out from the side of EXO Crips. What do you think is going to happen? Are they going to be crunching in over towards the A side, or are they going to go in for a late B?
No, the spike is towards the A side, so it does kind of indicate something like that. They will be able to keep Excali just towards the edge of the rope room so he can stop the rotations from coming in. But the danger man is already here. Sensei has snuck into the back of sight. He's silent, so no more dashing available for him. But Sai knows exactly where he is, and he pre-fires that corner. Sensei never stood a chance.
Yep, he definitely did it. Wimp, on the other hand, just for the fact that this backstab is coming in from both of these players. I mean, he at least knows that that's one player though, but... yeah, Wonder is just playing around with the rope right now. Two of the players from the side of EXO are here to take down one player. Wow. Or are they aware that both the players are here? Oh, back off. Quite an aggressive peek right there. As he's gonna go ahead and lose his life. Don't know, EXO, you shouldn't be doing this, by the way. You shouldn't lose a lot of players, as the economy isn't looking that great for you as well. You're just gonna be forced to reinvest the next round. At this point, your goal is supposed to be, you know, sort of maintain the economy and try and have as much money as possible in the bank. Ludra back on towards Sai, and he finds Wimp as well. Ouch! All of these aim stars from the side of RG Academy, man, they just be riding crazy.
5-5. Everyone's tied up. ROG fired up. No money though, so they will have to rely on just their sheriffs. Or maybe even stingers, if they're feeling like it. Either way, ROG Academy have an opportunity now to take some risks and try something out new for themselves. And I can see something brewing up already. 3 of them positioned just outside of A main. Is this gonna be a push of sorts? The dog leads the charge, the people to follow, and it seems like they are on a hunt to take down anyone who's inside of sewers, and that's gonna be Blackhawk, who's gonna be the first person to come in contact. But while these players are pushing all the way down into sewers and setting up a shooting gallery for Blackhawk, the other defenders on B side have already died.
Wow. That was a quick one coming out from the side of Exo.
One enemy remaining.
Eh, Sai, looks like that someone is mad. Someone is definitely mad after that one tap coming out from
Last round
Sensei.
before the switch.
Sai is like, how come the new kids around the block go ahead and destroy us OGs? We're gonna show them how exactly the OGs do it. That's exactly what they're gonna do. A quick execute coming out from the side of Exo, and they're just gonna quickly wipe out the entire server as well in that round. As we head on over towards round number 12, by the way, the last round before the first half. Before the second half, by the way. Yeah, the last round of the first half, before the second half, yeah. 5-6. Lead is on the side of Team Exo. Do you think we're going to be seeing an even Stevens as we move into the second half, or is it going to be Team Exo to still be in the lead? Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that Team Exo are going in for a traditional B execute, I mean, it's, at least the spike is towards mid, so we still can't completely confirm, but yeah.
I do have a problem though. They've baited out way too much utility from Team ROG. I mean, the fact that the silence is not even their biggest problem. It's the fact that they've already used up so much utility. They used up the paint shells, the nanoswarm grenades. They even used up one smoke charge. That's an Astra Star going missing.
Out of charges.
All these Killjoy abilities have also been deployed in the wrong place. So they have nothing to stop them. And even if they did, Sai's ultimate will make sure they have absolutely nothing. Paranoia forces them back in towards the elbow region, exactly where Excali is headed. They bait mistakes out of ROG Academy. Sensei does manage to pull out of the smoke and somehow throw in a little curveball, but it's going to be dealt with immediately and caught by Team XO. A very well orchestrated, well-oiled execute from EXO leaves the A side completely defenseless and Ludra in a near impossible situation. He does have the Cosmic Divide, but only 1 star. And now what star is he gonna use? He's gonna have to light up the entire galaxy. Or much rather, light up the entire kill feed if he wants to pull this off.
Wow.
Fragment will make sure he can't even peek on that side. And he's already been discovered. The slow warp makes it an easy target for Sai. And notice how
Switching
the execution from Team XO changes. In, I think, round number 4 or 5, I pointed out how Excali manages to satchel up towards the ramp region, and then Blackhawk throws a Paranoia towards the A Heavens area to make sure nobody coming in from B can stop Excali up in Heaven. This time, it's different. The Paranoia goes and hits anyone who's standing on the A side console, forces them in towards the elbow, and that's exactly where Excali is headed with a showstopper. Anyone in the side will be instantly obliterated. Anyone who tries to come in from Heaven has to peek out of the smoke, which is exactly what Sensei did, and he was able to catch 2 people. But there will be fragment grenades and nanoswarms put over there to make sure that the push doesn't happen. This well-oiled machinery from Team XO is going to render all the defenseless of ROG Academy, all the defenses of ROG Academy useless. But hey, how can you defend when the defenders start to push? You have XO pushing all the way out of A. They get a kill and they fall back. In response, ROG tried to hit the B side. The Paranoia is perfect, buys Blackhawk a little bit more time, stopping this execute in its tracks, and this allows Rim to come in and help out Blackhawk a little bit. He's
One
already in the
enemy
site.
remaining.
Fragment grenades have arrived,
Team
and
Ace.
nothing works in the favor of ROG. I'm telling you, man, these Paranoias, they force the people of ROG Academy into a corner. All the momentum gets halted. If anyone is trying to play against them defensively, well, the Paranoia forces them into a place where they will be more vulnerable. If they're attacking, the Paranoia stops them in the tracks and buys them much more time. This utility piece from Blackhawk is probably why he chose the Omen over the Astra. Because you can stop an entire team in its tracks and you don't have to rely on timing. It's a massive AoE ability and you can blind everyone that you see on your screen.
Completely. I mean, yeah, I can clearly see why I'd have opted to go in for the Omen. Well, of course, I mean,
Careful.
there's more reasons as well. The Omen smokes
Spike
are
down,
much
mid.
better one-ways than the Astral smokes, and yeah, I mean, one of such one-way just put up over towards the B mains. Got himself a frag on top of that as well. But yeah, apart from the smokes and everything, Paranoia is, yes, again, a favorite ability of mine, and thus why I love
One
the Omen
enemy
so much.
remaining. Flawless.
I mean,
Amazing. I
you know
am
it as well.
honored.
We both were Omen mains, right?
I still am.
Yeah. Oh,
I've been
still
trying
are.
how to play the Astra, but it just doesn't suit my playstyle. It's like Killjoy but with extra steps.
Yeah. I mean, I actually found my love for the Astra. So yeah, like I've been doing pretty good with the Astra, but yeah, I mean, still I miss the Omen quite a lot. But it's just the quote unquote meta, right, which forces you to make such changes. You can't obviously stick to an agent every single time.
More about comfort zone in this match rather than the meta. Yeah, sure, Blackhawk can be an amazing Astra, but if he feels so comfortable, then why not? Plus, there's barely 20 agents in the game right now, less than that. So
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, the meta can't be established. Yeah, like 3-4 years into the future when Valorant has like 50-60 agents, at that point you speak about meta, sure, we can expect this. But then, I mean, consider Split, right? A map where Sage was a staple pick. They used to pick it up and wall off mid every time, but ROG Academy don't do that. And even XO, they don't use the standard Sage wall on mid, which you would normally expect in your ranks game. No, they make Wimp go all the way ahead. No, sorry, not Wimp. They make Ghost go all the way ahead and wall off aggressively a little forward down in mid. ROG this time, good lurking from Ludra, but he needs to help his team out on the B side. Wimp already starting to win. What? What's the robot doing?
I don't know. This is like the second or the third time it's happening in the game, by the way. So, yep, right,
Player
Swix. But
standing.
more than that, they have to stop Wimp and Excali from jumping and just killing everyone down.
One
Well,
enemy remaining.
the same lurk that you were appreciating now comes to bite Ludra back in the butt as he tries to make his way over towards the B side. I mean, it's not really his fault, right? He did what he was supposed to. But his teammates were just not able to hold on to the site in an after-plant situation.
That boombot made me think of the meme. What the dog doing?
Yeah.
And most people in India call the boombot a kutta for some reason. I don't know why. Whether it's a Sky Trailblazer, everyone in Indian server will be like kutta chodo. Raise boombot. That's like the generalized term for any ability that moves on the ground. And these are the barriers that I'm talking about. They're just so good. Excali popping off. Doesn't matter if he's flash coordinated, he would still move ahead and try to fight you. And all of those were dry peaks too, so Excali just out-aiming them. And he's feeling himself, Sashling back at the bottom of mid. Equinox does finally deal a nice headshot to him, but he's found Blackhawk rushing towards him. Unfortunately, not quickly enough as the turret doesn't have enough stopping power. And at this point, Team EXO are starting to bully ROG Academy. They're trying to throw their weight around by playing very aggressively towards every part of the map. And ROG are being forced into a corner.
Yeah, RG Academy really are struggling now. Well, they had a great start, by the way, but it's also it's also EXO trying to adjust according to RG's gameplay, right? It's not like EXO might have played RG Academy before. It takes a little bit of time to just adjust to how exactly your opponents play. So EXO, after they find that suitable, comfortable position, they're like, okay, we know what they're doing, what they like to do, what their tendencies are. We can just easily counter them, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Ghost is in a really, really good spot, by the way. They're off angle. He gives him quite a lot of room to get himself multiple frags. It's going to be Excali on the other hand, finding his share onto its Sensei. With that, Blackhawk once again with the paranoia. Oh my god, he's just going to force both of these players to run away. And Blackhawk is going to scream to both of these players from the side of RG Academy to just run away from the A side. Go back. You're not welcome here. Here's the paranoia to give you a taste of how exactly it feels like to be obliterated.
You are divided.
Divide comes through, should buy them a safe passage to go ahead and plant. The lockdown probably won't discourage them.
Hawk out.
They can still plant, get away in time. Wonder might just get detained, but I think Ludra can make it way out. Yep, he does get detained, but goes into a safer spot. Nobody will
enemy
check for him.
remaining.
Unfortunately, the one
Ludra.
person who could have protected him has died. And the wall also goes down at the worst time possible, so Wonder is no longer alive, no longer safe. A very risky push. And it all came down to Ludra to protect his detained teammate, but he wasn't able to do that.
I mean, Ludra,
Match
don't you
point.
think so? He was supposed to stay alive there and, try and play off of his teammate?
I think that's probably what he could have done. If he just revealed himself, decided to hide instead of fighting, then Wimp would have been forced to follow him because Wimp knows Ludra's position. He doesn't know where the other guy is. And most common sense will dictate that if a person has been detained, he will try to fall back towards the B main region. So he's going to be looking at Ludra. He'll probably assume that the sky is present over there as well, and then he would have been safe. It comes down to milliseconds, and once again, the paranoia is amazing, but so is the grenade, and Excali now gets a taste of his own paint shells. More to follow, as both the Trailblazer and the Boombot have been thrown ahead.
No
One
charges
thing
yet.
stuns, the other one blows them up, and Ghost is able to take them down before he finally has to
Ghost has a
fall
resurrection, by the
area
way.
and give it away.
Yeah, Ghost has a resurrection. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and pick up Blackhawk, which makes it a 3 versus 3. And right now, the entirety of RG
Need
Academy,
them
they
back.
have made their way over towards the A side, and Ludra has a very, very good position right now. He has a very aggressive angle towards the defender side at spawn. He can easily go ahead and cut off any rotations coming out from the side of Exo. That's exactly what he's gonna do. Blackhawk. That resurrection coming out from Ghost is gonna be
You
simply
should run.
nullified. No advantage whatsoever for the side of Exo now in a 2 versus 3 situation. I would say
Last
they
player standing.
just better go, I don't know, do a lot of damage, try and get all of these frags, if not the round. If Ghost can pull it off, that's a different story altogether, but I don't think it's gonna be too tall a task to ask for it. Yep, Equinox from the screens is gonna peek out, take out Ghost, and with that, the 6th on the board comes out from the side of ROG Academy. Well, they're not out of it yet, they are still
got money. Need
gonna
something?
give out their absolute best, whatever they can do, in order to be in the game and maybe try and drag this game to an overtime.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tall task though. And overtime requires 6 rounds in a row, starting now. And Exo still have plenty of money. Excali doesn't have a weapon yet, but he's gonna go down to a sheriff. So both the teams are in a similar situation. 4 rifles, 1 SMG, all across the board. RG going in for a YOLO B rush pretty fast, and the showstopper might just discourage him to go back. The barrier rock was put up to block Bullseye, but he goes through nonetheless. Luckily, the showstopper doesn't connect, and everyone's trying to get inside. They're being funneled into a narrow corridor, and Blackhawk is ready for them like a turnip. Wim on top is able to shut everyone down. The
Defenders
crossfire is
win.
deadly, and the defense even deadlier.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Team Exo. Their holdover towards the B side is going to be an absolutely insane one. And yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, Exo, they just did what Ludra did to them when Exo were on the attack. I mean, Ludra, every single time, if you do remember, Crips, he was over towards the back of the site and he used to take down every single player from the side of Exo as they were trying to make their way over towards the B side. But Blackhawk this time around, though, is just going to play it out smart. He's going to use a teleport. He's going to bamboozle the side of RG Academy, and it is going to be Blackhawk to go ahead and get himself multiple frags and then finally get taken down, and for Wimp to come in and finish the job as well for the side of Exo. With that, they take map 1 split. So, yep, congratulations Team Exo on taking the map of split again. Some of the people are not going to be surprised because, yep, Team Exo, they're really, really good on the map of split. They've been spamming the map of split from quite some time now, and the results are just fantastic. We can quickly move over towards the match highlights as well and take a quick look as to what exactly happened throughout the entire map. And I want to ask you this, Crips. RG Academy, they had a real good flow in their favor at the start of the map, but then Exo, once they started getting to know as to how exactly Team RG Academy play and how exactly that defense strategy is, and how EXO went ahead and uh, evolved themselves after that study, after that analysis. RG Academy, they just got completely shut down.
I think what Team EXO realized is that they can go for their executes and they can change things up every now and then. Minute details which will keep on throwing ROG Academy off guard. Like, let's say, for example, EXO had their first execute that I mentioned about, the one that I mentioned about towards A ramps, right? They start doing that. EXO, they are able to make it work for 3 rounds in a row. ROG Academy find no way to deal with it. When they finally do, EXO just change things up. And they changed minute details like throwing the paranoia towards the site instead of the ramp, letting Excali go in first, and then Sai behind him instead of the other way around sometimes. Sai using his knife in a different place, or maybe sometimes even saving it for an opportune moment. Minor things that they change completely throw off whatever ROG Academy know about the side of Team XO. And because XO are a very execute dependent team, at least on split, this is a very contrasting playstyle from what we have seen them do before. Like earlier, EXO used to be on the attacking side, a very pick and play oriented team. In this game, we saw them trying to go for a lot of set piece executes, and these set pieces are probably what's going to determine how good of a team they are. So they have changed quite a lot over the last few months. If ROG Academy did their research, they would have been studying the old Team EXO, and to some extent, ROG strats were correct and their predictions were correct. But what are you going to do to Team XO who don't have any rules on their defense side and they start to push you very aggressively? Like the first half was still fair, but after that, everything just went berserk when RG Academy could not hold on onto Team XO's pushes. And that too when XO was in defense. They were literally playing from the spawn. Now, that's something you cannot prepare for.
Well, to be honest, EXO, right? I really love the fact that despite EXO, who have been spamming split from quite some time, right? RG Academy, I was quite impressed to see them being ready for absolutely everything EXO had to throw at them. But as you did state, all of these little minute details coming out from the side of EXO actually made a whole lot of difference. And of course, not to forget, Excali and his amazing race plays, 21 kills, as you guys can see. The scoreboard, stats powered by Spike.gg, right in front of your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Excali with 21 kills, 306 ACS, and an econ rating of 73. Well, that ACS definitely speaks quite a lot for himself. Sensei actually wasn't able to cross the 20 mark. He got 16 kills. Uh, After that immense change in pace coming out from the side of EXO, right? RG Academy, they kind of went down a little bit. I don't know why. I mean, Sensei, he wasn't able to hit what he was doing so before, and yeah, it took the entirety of RG Academy a little bit of a reset to try and find some rounds, but wait, was it Discord? You didn't BSOD? We are in BRB, right?
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultra Gear TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Ballistics and Crucial, and our April partner 656. I'm your host, Assassin47. On the desk with me is Cribs, and we just got done with map of split between RG Academy and Team XO, as you guys know. Yeah, it was quite an affair for sure. I mean, 13-6. I wouldn't say one-sided, but yeah, it was a really strong showing coming out from the side of XO, as we did expect it to be on the map of Split. Now, as we jump in over towards the map of Bind Crips, I'm expecting some explosive plays coming out from the side of RG Academy instead. What are your thoughts?
I think Bind is something that Team XO are better on. I have a feeling that ROG Academy might have just made a mistake by picking up Bind, because keep this in mind, before Split was one of the preferred maps of Team XO, Bind was their default go-to map. So they have been spamming Split recently, but Bind is something that they used to spam in the past quite often, and I think they're just heading into the Lion's Den. And when you head into the Lion's Den, you better have a big gun.
Completely. I mean, really looking forward to seeing what the agent selection is going to be like. So why don't we quickly jump straight in towards the agent selection screen and take a quick look at what exactly is the story over there. For now, though, we are going to be seeing the side of RG Academy picking up their entire roster. And yeah, XO are also going to be picking up what exactly they want right now. Yeah, there you go. That's the agent selection right in front of your screens.
Select
and
your
yeah,
agent.
RG Academy got an Equinox who's going to be picking up Sage, Bullseye on the Viper. Wonder is going to be on the Sova, Ludra on the Astra. Sensei should be picking up Jet from the side of XO. Excali on the Jet. Interesting. I was expecting him to be on the Raze. Blackhawk on the Astra, Sai on the Breach, Ghost on the Killjoy. And yep, we have a little bit of a disconnect, if I'm not wrong, coming out from the side of RG Academy. So, gonna be waiting for that player to join back in. But in the meantime, what you guys can do is go down the description, check out all the links coming out from our sponsors, LG Ultra Gear, Crucial, and Ballistics, and check out all the products coming out from there as well. While you're down there, you can also check out this cool merchandise coming out from the side of 656, of course, and support your favorite team by using their respective coupon codes using the link again down in the description below. So yeah, do that, in another tab, open all of these links, check out all the sponsor links, and of course the apparel link. But yeah, Crips, I wanted to ask you this: what exactly is the agent lineup that you are expecting out from both of these teams?
Definitely a Raze should be in the mix for Excali. I don't think he's going to be going for a jet. Oh, he went for a jet instead. Okay, now this is surprising. Will Sai pick up something like that? I really would have expected a Raze to be in the lineup because it's Bind and this is supposed to be Raze's home turf. They go for a Sky instead of a Sova. That's on Wimp. He's picking up the Initiator this time instead of the Sentinel. Ghost is picking up the Sentinel instead. This is super weird because Ghost used to be their jet guy and now Excali is back on the duelist role. Sai is picking up, at least trying to pick up the Breach, Blackhawk and Astra as usual, so there's no surprises over there. But they have a double Initiator setup instead of a double controller. On the side of ROG Academy, though, they're going for the good old double controller setup that you would usually see in a map like Bind.
Which other team actually used to use this setup, by the way? Do you remember? Was it VLT who had
Almost everyone. At one point, almost everyone was using the double controller on Bind. PLT,
Yeah.
Global Esports, T69.
Choose your agent.
Who else? XO caught onto the trend late, but they did enter the trend nonetheless. So that used to be that thing on Bind. You have a double controller, one of
Yeah.
them being the Viper. Very versatile, but unfortunately, once you place down her utilities, it's very difficult to take them back. That's why you needed another controller, maybe someone like a Brimstone, maybe someone like an Omen. Even an Astra will do really well in these situations. So, yep, now as we're heading into the game, the lineups are confirmed. There is a Sage in the form of Equinox, so that's pretty interesting too. I did not expect to see a Sage in this game. I would have really expected a Raze instead of the Jet, but hey, as long as these guys are comfortable with any one of the mobility-based agents, it should be fine. A Sova on Wonder, again, no surprises over there, but what is surprising is that there is no Sova on the side of Team XO. They have gone for the Sky instead, and when you pair that up with the Breach, fellas, put on your sunglasses.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but these glasses have got themselves, I don't know. Yeah, I guess these are not enough. UV rays and yeah, these are not enough. But anyways, you know what? We better get our sunglasses ready because we've got Sai who's going to be on the Breach, and this guy is definitely going to show us some insane Breach plays, especially coupled up with the flashes as well. For now, though, Excali with the Sheriff. Well, the guy has adapted himself to SK Rossi plays, huh? SK Rossi usually tends to do this, by the way. He picks up the Sheriff in the pistol round. Excali has started doing it as well. Interesting
Here.
times.
It was his birthday yesterday.
Oh yeah, SK Rossi's birthday yesterday.
The snake bite doesn't clear out Excali's angle. And Sai deliberately putting up that aftershock will bait Bullseye into thinking that there are people towards the left-hand side, but nobody towards the right. And the bait is
Spike
successful.
down A.
Excali gets 2 kills in a row and a third. More to
Last
follow as
player
there is a
standing.
backstab in the form of Wimp who just jumped out of the teleporter. And poor Luda can really not do much. He is able to catch Wimp off guard, but the other 3 people, they're going to converge upon him.
Yeah, Ludra right now in a very tough spot. Got 2 players right in front of him and one coming behind him, and the one behind him is going to be the one to actually cap him down. I would just say that. That was actually just a straight up headshot, a cap to the face. Such a good one. And that too, it's really hard, by the way, doing it with a frenzy. But he managed to do it, so hey, stuff coming out from Ghost. Man, I
Gotta
really
realize-
miss. I really miss Ghost on the duelist, by the way.
Yeah, I miss him too. He was initially, picked up as a potential jet main to go along with Excali because then Sai was trying to experiment with other roles. He was trying to play as a Killjoy at one point, then he turned into a Soa main, and now he's using a Breach. So Sai wants to be as versatile as possible. Oh, but this time he's not just versatile, he's deadly as hell. The flashes are perfect. Sensei does protect his fellow Sowa in the form of Wonder, but Sai will eventually shut him down. And Sensei, once again, he wasn't able to protect him as well as he would have hoped, but at least he's able to exact revenge. Now
Last
they get two
player
Spectres.
standing.
The moment I say they get two Spectres, turn it into one Equinox all by himself. At least he's got the spike and plenty of time. But now that he's been spotted, will they converge upon him, or will they just let him have his sweet space and leave him alone?
Well, I feel as if the side of RG Academy, they're gonna have a little bit of a problem though, perhaps, on the attack if they are not gonna be aware of this defense setup. Especially now that EXO have changed up their pace, they're playing a lot aggressive on the defense side. Look at
Defense?
Ghost's position.
What defense? You think EXO are defending? No, son. They are the ones who are attacking right now. I mean, take a look at this. They push up all the way inside enemy lines, and they are the ones who are moving in. They are the ones who are taking the fight to RG Academy. There's no way this is a passive defense. This is super aggressive, in-your-face kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know. I'm actually just confused as to what exactly can RG Academy do. Like, can they just slow things down and wait for the aggression coming out from the side of EXO? Yes, that is a possibility, but if they're just gonna walk in towards the operator of Excali like that, then it's gonna be easier for the side of EXO to just take them all down one by one. Excali, nobody's aware of Excali's position, by the way, but RG Academy, being the good players they are, they will definitely check that corner. And there you go. Never mind. Not gonna expect Excali with that operator right there. Excali's position is being given out. He's gonna be throwing in that cloud burst and maybe try and make his way
Right
back.
here.
That is what he wants Wonder to think. Okay? But that's not the truth. Excali's still holding on to that exact same position. And he's guarding the long position. Oh, wow. Wonder was actually aware. Alright, then Wonder goes ahead and takes on Excali with that. Equinox trying to slowly make his way in from the hookers. But that is just going to be a distraction, whereas the actual setup is over towards A, where the spike is now making its way towards A shot and Bullseye. Was he spotted out by the KJ?
Not really sure about that. But Team ROG, time is running out. Barely 30 seconds left, and they need to make this one work. Sai is
30
throwing
seconds
all his utility just to make sure that he can delay them. Unfortunately, the Viper jumps into the teleporter. I'm pretty sure that was unintended, but because she just wanted to avoid the flash,
Spike
he moved
down.
into the other side. Ghost doesn't care. He moves in via the Nano Swarm to headshot Ludra, and that's going to delay the spike plant even further. Blackhawk also looking to do the same. Aftershock, he
10
forced him
seconds
away from the
left.
planting zone. Finally, Bullseye starts to stick it, but the balls go
standing.
down, and he runs out of
Spike
fuel.
down.
The spike cannot be planted, and everything goes wrong for ROG Academy. The delaying tactics from XO. Oh my lord, they are through the roof.
Let's be honest, it was run before, right, Crips? Now we have to realize the fact that RG don't really have money. That was their buy round that they just lost against the side of EXO. And they have little to no money left. It should be an easy fourth for the side of EXO. No questions asked whatsoever. In terms of the buy though, we're going to be seeing 4 sheriffs coming out from the side of RG Academy, and Sensei is going to pick up the Spectre. So yeah. Looking at their positioning though, it looks like that they are going to try and split. Wherever they get an opening, they're just going to try and bounce in, and wow, Ghost. This time instead of the A side, his setup is over towards B. That over towards Zuka, so it's a very aggressive setup coming out from him. We'll be seeing him go ahead and easily delete off Sensei, whereas Excali tries to track on towards Bullseye. Over towards the A side. When to fight one player over towards the B long area, and Sai has just found himself in a very awkward spot between 2 players. One fight, he still managed to get one, and Wim comes in to
Spike
finish off the rest of the
down.
2 players from that of RG Academy. But
One enemy
only managed to get himself one, but no! No, EXO, what are you doing? Why are you why are you just giving an opportunity for the side of RG Academy to pull off a thrifty?
I don't think Blackhawk is going to lose this one. 33 HP versus 150 HP. He walks into his face to plant. Yeah, no way EXO was losing this. I have a prediction to make. Let's see if it comes true. RNG Academy will try to keep holding passively, and they will try to pick off the members of Team XO for the next 4 rounds, and it's not going to work for them. After 3 or 4 rounds, when they realize it's not working, then RNG Academy will try something new, and then they will try to play aggressively or, I don't know, switch things up. But for the next 4 rounds, I see that they will try to hold and try to pick off the over-aggressing and overextending XO members.
Alright then, we'll see. We'll definitely see what exactly we have got in store from both of these teams. For now though, it looks like that EXO are the only ones who have got a lot in their store, but RG Academy, they're still a little bit clueless as to what exactly their next move should be, right? And it's fine and dandy. I mean, you can understand that going up against a top tier team like EXO can be a bit confusing. Because they have changed up their base. This is not how usually you're supposed to play on the defense. And look at this. A Grease ultimate coming out from the side. It actually stops the push for quite a bit, but not for long. Wimp on the other hand comes in from the elbow position to get himself 1 frag. And this time, I feel the slow and methodical approach coming out from the side of RG Academy has actually paid off.
Yeah, I thought it wouldn't work for them. But some mistakes committed by Team XO gives ROG the advantage they need. But it's still a 2v2, and the lockdown available might just make things a little awkward. Not when Blackhawk has been dealt with. Now they know exactly where the last player is, and they can play it nice and safe. They can both fall back towards long. Even a couple of gravity wells will be put up on top of that spike plant area, and that's going to stop Ghost from defusing. But he knows where Ludra is, so he doesn't need to do anything. He can just hold and wait.
Don't interrupt my work.
And sure, the passive approach helped them get into the site. But did it help them go in and defend the retake? Nope, it did not.
My
prediction still stands.
It definitely does. What do you think? Is there a chance? Never mind, I'm not going to say it.
No, go ahead, go ahead. If I'm going to make some risky picks, then you might as well do it.
No, it's not about risky picks, but I just don't want to jinx it.
Come on. No matter what happens, we're going to get blamed for the caster's curse.
I mean,
why
do you
not?
think there is a chance of a 13-0 coming out from the side of EXO?
Oh, no, not 13-0.
Get out of my way.
I mean, I'm sure ROG Academy can pick up some rounds. At least they're not that bad. They did show some signs of life.
No. No, let me clarify. I'm not saying ROG Academy are bad. I'm saying EXO have just picked up the pace quite a lot. And they
have picked up the pace, but then ROG Academy will eventually figure out what to do.
Do you think that they will adjust?
They should be able to get at least 1 or 2 rounds, especially when Sensei's hitting shots like that. Then yes, sure.
Alright then, let's see. Wimp is the one to actually come right around the corner. Ghost on the other hand also tries to walk in through that wiper wall, but I think they're up there. There's someone over to the Shah's position, and yep, there is Equinox over there as well. So now Wimp is going to be very, very careful because he has to check 2 angles. One over towards the U-Hauls and one over towards the Shahs. So yeah, Wimp is going to try and move over towards the U-Hauls and just be able to get himself a frag here. Nah, never mind. Not happening. And see, I told you. I jinxed it.
I don't think you can blame yourself for that one. But hey, at least my prediction finally has been broken and ROG Academy do win a round finally. So, hey, at least this will be a start. And there you have your answer. It definitely won't be a 13-0. They find out what to do. They also hit the brakes. Like ROG Academy, they try to move in towards the A side. Everything but the wiper wall and everything is put up. But they don't go in for the plant just yet. They wait for a peek. And once they have Sensei positioned on the high ground, he's able to pick 1 player off. And that's when they start to go ahead and plant. So this kind of works for ROG Academy. Now that they've figured out the recipe for success, XO will do something to counter it. Are ROG prepared to counter the counter?
Only time will tell. But what I can tell you guys is that There's an operator on the hands of Excali. And I can't wait to see what
You want to
that
fight
can
it?
do. But unfortunately, no one from the side of RG Academy are coming in from Shah, so Excali has to reposition. And that lengthy, that big lengthy operator is gonna give away his position through the cosmic divide. He's gonna get taken down. Well, RG Academy, they finally come to realize what exactly they're supposed to do. And Sai, you'll love to see that, don't you?
At least he's able to get a frag before he finally dies. Or rather, should I say, after he dies. But that's a posthumous frag. Either way, RG Academy is starting to hit back. They realize that they will try. I mean, they realize that they will fail if they try to play passively. So they try to take matters into their own hands. Sure, there is a little bit of waiting, but it's waiting in the enemy backlines and on the side, not like waiting in their spawns and just hoping that Team XO's aggression will be taken care of. RG Academy finally start to realize that they need to take matters into their own hands and take the fight to their opponents. Because if they don't, then XO will control the pace of the game, and that's not something RG Academy wants to happen. Wants what to happen. That's usually what the rule of Valorant is. The defenders control the pace of the game. The attackers control the place of the fights.
For this round, we're seeing RG Academy moving it over towards the B side. Got Equinox trying to get the revenge for Sensei, but there is Wimp.
Spike down.
Get the revenge for his comrade as well.
Player standing.
This looks absolutely... I don't even know, man. RG Academy. From that explosive A execute, they tried to go in over towards B, but again got shut down by these amazing anchors coming out from the side of Exo. Wimp and Ghost. Both of these players, what a hold, man. Look at Ghost's position in that instant replay. Such a bold, strong stance over towards Garden. Man, he managed to get himself one frag. There was immediate trade coming out from the side of RG Academy as well, but the same can be seen from the side of Exo, so yeah. Exo, they know what's up, they know what the side of RG Academy are doing, what they're trying to do as well. Excali, his position revealed right now. What sort of a utility is going to be used from the side of RG Academy to drive him out? There's going to be a snake bite and a couple of bullets. Side Dreams,
You will
he
not
managed to get
kill
himself
my
too.
ally.
Equinox picks up Wonder, and with that Blackhawk, he goes ahead and sprays him down, and he just screams, too easy, too easy.
Versus 4, XL once again have the advantage. Blackhawk playing a one and done angle while Sai tries to bait firing shots for him. Now let's see what happens as soon as the Nebula fades, which should be happening any second now. And Sai has been continuously firing again and again, so that Blackhawk's position goes unchecked. The bait and switch setup is perfect, and Equinox has already used up his resurrection. Wonder died twice in this round.
One dead.
At least Equinox does bring it back. He's got plenty of time and the spike, so he has all the freedom in the world to go wherever he wants, do whatever he wants. Team Ecto placing all their bets towards the A side. They left the B side completely open. Equinox can go ahead and plant, which is completely
30
fine by
seconds
Exo because they would much rather trade frags rather than hold one side each and then individually give up these fights. But the flash that Sai just threw out, not Sai, the flash that Wimp just threw out will not reveal anyone, which should be an indication that he's going to win the B side. Although they don't need to worry, there is a turret
10
over there.
seconds left.
Oh, how is the turret not seeing anything? Oh, that's because the turret is out of range. So now they finally realize, but it's a bit too late. The turret finally starts to fire. It indicates that he's in backside, but the wall, it allows him to isolate these frags and turn it into a 1v1. He has the heal as well now, and one more second and he should be back at full HP. Instant clutch by Equinox.
Let's go, a triple for him to go ahead and put the third round on the board for the side of RG Academy. That is how we do it at RG Academy. Don't we, Equinox? Good job coming out from him towards the B side to get that final kill as well. See it all happening in the instant replay as well. Pretty good one coming out from him, by the way. And yeah, RG Academy, these slow, methodical plays are actually working out for them, so they should stick to it instead of, you know, going in for these explosive, aggressive plays. Like a straight up rush over towards B or A. Hey, look who's aggressive this round. Team Exo. They evolve themselves based on the information that they got from the previous round. They know that RG Academy's aggression is not working out, and they have started playing slow and methodical. And Excali, he's like, you know what? Let us make the push now. If they're gonna play slow, we're gonna move into their base and take them down.
Well, Team EXO realized that they are tired of letting ROG get away with murder once again. So they decide to take matters into their own hands, and with their own hands, they slay 3 men. Bullseye has the Viper Spit, so if he can get in towards the site, he should be able to deploy it. No defenders on B long, which means if he can move a little inside the site and deploy the Viper Spit right then and there, he should be able to cross over and reach the metal boxes without any danger. Sai doesn't spot him into its hookah. If he tries to venture out any further, he will be in a spot to start backstabbing them already from B long, but that is if he is aware about the B long position. Currently, I don't think he is.
30 seconds
But
left.
now Wimp will be picked off, unaware about the positioning of Ludra, and now they have a realistic chance of winning this round. But Sai can stop this.
Spike
He
planted.
has a Rolling Thunder, which should be the perfect counter to a Viper's Pit. A lockdown just for extra measure, which will be destroyed instantly because of the spams. But the guy with the ultimate is still alive. And Bullseye needs to isolate these fights. No! Blackhawk finds him through the green.
Wow. EXO, again, yet another successful retake coming out from them. To be honest, I'm just completely out of words here to just see what RG Academy did there. Let's have a look at it on the instant replay. Team EXO. I mean, okay, fine. The audience is gonna say that it was a man disadvantage for the side of RG Academy, but hey, they had a Viper Spit to play with. Could have easily played it out, slowly. They could have. They had the information, if I'm not wrong. They knew that someone is coming in from the hooker position. They knew someone was coming in from the defense side of spawn as well. But look at Team EXO. It's a little bit better. Hey, Sensei and that shotgun. I don't like this. I don't like this. That Bucky, it might just do a lot of damage, but you know what else is gonna do a lot of damage? It is the aggressive play coming out from the side of Excali.
Cosmic Divide is obviously a much more safer choice than the Viper's Ball. But take a look at Sensei's position. The lack of sound allows him to sneak all the way inside, and now he's killed him. He's in the back lines, and he should be able to stop this diffuse from happening if he's fast enough. Ludra tries to help him out, but the half is already done, and Sensei is nowhere to be found. The stun is not successful, but it at least hits Sensei. Imagine going all the way into defender spawn only to have your team die at the spike spot and then have it diffused without you even being there.
I didn't understand that, by the way. They had such an aggressive hold, right? The side of RG Academy. The last time I saw Sensei was over towards the defender side of spawn. Yeah, like, that's so much going on for them, but we just still couldn't manage to hold on in an after blunt situation. That has always been a problem for the side of RG Academy, don't you think so?
What? The fact that they can't deal with the aggression of Team EXO? Yeah, it has been a problem.
I mean,
Then what?
That, but in an after blunt situation, they're not able to hold on to the side.
Concealment.
Yeah, that has indeed been a big problem for them. If they do decide to somehow find a way to deal with all the aggression, like, for example, this round, they're holding passive angles. Viper just outside of A base, the Opera just outside of the long. If they can find a way to deal with that, they can't find a way to make their post-spawn positions convert into rounds. So that's one massive problem. Let's see if they can deal with it this time around or not, because Excali is already on the backstab.
Spike down.
Excali coming in with the Blade Storm. Go ahead and take out the Viper inside. That timing on that though. Sensei is going to be completely concussed, but
Can't even scope in.
yeah, he can't scope in. More than that, Sai needs to be careful because a lot of time has already
Careful.
ticked down. So Sensei is finally out of his concussion and he's ready
Careful.
with the scope in. And oh, Sai, don't do this.
30 seconds left.
Don't do this. You might just be pulled into that gravity well, or you might just be taken down. Ludra knows.
Careful.
Right now, we're going to be seeing a peek coming out from
player
Ghost. That was
standing.
such a beautiful, beautiful peek coming out from Ghost, by the way. The timing on that was just smooth. And Exo, every single information that they have, they knew what exactly they were supposed to do. They relayed that
Switching
information
sides.
properly, and they played it out to perfection.
Point 3. Most people would say that this is the dominant score, but some people will also realize that this is a cursed score. Do you think this might indicate the start of a comeback?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, looking at how Exo are just evolving and adapting themselves every single time, it looks like that a comeback is out of the question here. I don't know, maybe. You never know. Again, Bind, defender side of map, RG Academy, their defense. Earlier, it was pretty insane. Now, after all of these downfalls, I'm not really sure if they still have the morale to keep on going.
EXO still looking to make sure that this B site is hit with all the brute force that they can muster up. But they have this one lurker in the form of the Killjoy that's Coast just outside of bathrooms. Which means after they take control of B long and a little bit of hookah, they circle back. Fortunately for ROG Academy, they read this.
Bot
And that's
coming
why
back.
you can see Sensei is already rotating towards the A side to reinforce it.
destroyed.
The fact that the Trailblazer has been spotted will indicate that there is a hit coming in, but the smokes will make it impossible for Sensei to help his team. Ludra does make it possible. Bullseye also steps in as everyone's vulnerable. They're walking through their abilities.
Spike down A.
And that's how you deal with the aggression from XO. You rotate in time, you stack aside, you throw numbers and bodies at them. Ghost
Perfect
isolates
accuracy.
Equinox, knows there's one more towards his right-hand side, knows there's one towards U-Haul, but where's the third person? There you go. The recon dot reveals the position of the third one, but the moment he turns around, Bullseye will be the one to shut him down.
9-4, RG Academy. They've already started to make that comeback that we were discussing about, Crips. They've started by getting the pistol round. So hopefully, they might be in for a little bit of a surprise, Team Exo. They definitely were surprised with the fact that Bullseye had a very strong hold over towards the U-Hauls the previous round. If they can just keep on with this momentum, with this pace, RG Academy, I still believe that a comeback is possible.
See, that's the most annoying part about Excali. Once he gets a shotgun in hand,
I
he
know,
will
right?
dash into the U-Haul and get rid of anyone over there. Now, this was just a shorty, but he has been the kind of player who picks up a judge and does this too. And now that Ghost has a better gun, which he stole from his dead opponents, he's going to be able to go all the way under Heaven and defend it from right there. Good trading setup available, but unfortunately his teammate peeks out at the wrong time and the trade is not successful. At least Saib does bring it back later on. But whatever momentum that ROG Academy had mustered up by winning the pistol round, it's gone now.
It's completely gone. RG Academy. You can see it in the instant replay as well, right? Team Exo got a pretty quick holdover towards the A side without any issues whatsoever. But then, well, RG Academy, they're just a little bit too late. They were expecting a B take, if I'm not wrong, right? And yeah,
Well. Good flash. But he's just doing it as a decoy. That flash is 100% a decoy. And he knows the flash will be recharged in like 30-something seconds, 35 seconds. So he can just keep on throwing it out. Broadcast his position out to the world. Make ROG Academy think that this is indeed a confirmed A hit by committing more resources over here. But will they go for a switcheroo and towards the B side later on? It's not going to happen if ROG keep picking them off right here and now. Even if they do plan to fall back later on, they need to have some men alive to do it. but Sai is able to get at least control of U-Hauls. Now, this might just amount to something. Blackhawk also following up. Looks like they are committing it to it fully right now. Blackhawk once again picking off Wonder. And this is a wondrous performance. Bullseye though stops the spike. And that's the advantage that they were looking for. 2 versus 2. Everyone's just toying around with them. ROG Academy just trying to bait and switch, hoping to trade positions one by one.
30 seconds
But
left.
the spike, it's gone on B. And he's looking for the second player. Where's the second player? He's rotating all the way from the bathroom and taking the longer way around. Now, if the Sage over here in the form of Equinox hurries and kills Sai, he can go for the defuse. In fact, he doesn't even need to kill Sai. He can just go for the defuse right now. Wall's been reinforced. The stun probably might stop him. And there you go. He jumps over the head and Equinox has been stunned. So Sai knew about that.
One
But he
enemy
kills Sai.
remaining.
1v1. Now he knows exactly where his other opponent is. Whip turns around. Equinox had his feet up in the air. That's why his bullets couldn't connect. And Wimp survives by just 26 HP.
Interesting plays coming out from the side of Team Exo now, as they're slowly but surely inching closer to victory now. 11-4. You can see Sai raging at someone. What is he trying to do on the cam?
Alright, now that's definitely a big stopper. But he picks him off through the Viper's Pit? That's not how Sensei thought he was gonna die tonight.
So Bullseye right now inside of the Viper's Pit. He's gonna take out that Killjoy's alarm bot. This is gonna definitely tell them that hey, he's somewhere close, so better be careful. And there comes the ultimate. We're gonna be seeing that ultimate go ahead and concuss 2 of the players, but doesn't really matter, right? Wonder is still able to grab himself a couple of kills. A 2 versus 3 situation, a man advantage for the side of Exo, and Exo can easily convert this to a match point. All they have to do is just take down Wonder, and they've got this. And they are going to be doing exactly that. Equinox left down a 1 versus 3. Can't really do much except for take down Sai, and there comes Ghost quick to the action and take down Equinox as well. And that's the easy match point that we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. 12-4. And based on Sai's utilities, man, his initiator plays have proven to be quite resourceful for the side of Exo. On top of that, the entire team is capitalizing quite a lot.
ROG have their backs against the wall. They can muster up everything that they can afford. It's just a bunch of Spectres and Judges. Sensei being the Jet, I think he probably might just go for some in-your-face shotgun action kind of play this time around. But XO, I don't know if they will fall to it.
Scout destroyed.
Flash to go in. Excali, he knows there's one person towards the right-hand side. Sai tries to swing all by himself. Will be traded out by Wonder. Excali brings it back, but Equinox all by himself can't hold off the mighty Excali. Sensei, though, has control of Hookah, so at least he knows where the other players are. ROG Academy still have control of Hookah. This will be very crucial for them. Rotations should be easier because now they can come in from the teleporter as well. But every time they try to go in from the CT base, they will be stopped. Sensei kills the spike carrier. Down to just Wimp in a 1v2. This might just be ROG's chance to bring it back, but I don't know if they have enough time to stop Wimp from planting and getting to a safe spot. None of them are willing to even fight him. In fact, Wimp has the Seekers right now, which means Sensei was trying to reposition around the B long area, and that repositioning will be useless. So he just goes back towards Hookah instead. At least with this thing, he should be able to build a crossfire between Ludra, and Ludra should be able to help him jump down. But no, he dashes into safety. Wimp fires. Now he knows exactly where his opponents are. The Cosmic Divide will force him to come through, and Ludra's prepared for it.
Nice try, man. That was a really good one, but hey, ROG Academy, they're still in it. They haven't lost yet. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 5th on the board now, 12-5. But Wimp, that was actually quite a nice try coming out from him, not gonna lie. Where he just used up his Seekers. He almost had it, but It's okay. I mean, unfortunately, in a 1 versus 2 situation, there's not a lot that Wimp can do. Wimp has come out clutch for the side of Exo multiple times, multiple occasions, but yeah, this time it's okay. They still are in a tremendous lead, by the way, so I don't think so. There's anything for Exo to fear right now.
Well, they have a lot to fear. A massive lead like that? It's no joke. The fault line stuns them, the gravity well keeps them there. Sensei can do nothing when Wonder's eyes are closed. No backup available. And more to follow as Sai activates the Blind Simulator 2021. This Equinox still jiggling around that metal box has to now douse the other flashes, and the full force of XO descends upon them from the heavens. Ludra has a near impossible clutch to pull off. A 1v3 required to keep his team alive in this game. And the crossfires of Team EXO are a bit too strong right now. Maybe he can isolate the fight against Sai and win that 1v1 and then work off of that.
Attackers
But that
win.
is a very tall order. And Sai cuts it short before it even begins.
That's right. It's going to be a pretty easy one coming out from the side of Exo to close things out. Well, I expected more. I'm not going to lie. I expected more coming out from the side of RG Academy on the map of Bind, though. Split, fine. Understandable. Exo's home turf. They've been spamming the map of Split quite a lot. They've been performing. They've been exploding with that KO. But hey, Bind is something that was RG Academy's pick, and we expected quite a lot from them. But with that pace and that evolution coming out from the side of Exo, I feel as if the side of RG Academy just weren't able to keep up. We're going to be seeing all of that in the match highlights as well. As soon as it is ready, we are going to be jumping straight in towards it. But yeah, like Team Exo, they had a very aggressive defense start, Crips. And I feel as if RG Academy, that is when they actually started losing things.
Yeah, XO, their aggression was through the roof. RG Academy just trying to hold back and stop the attacks from Team EXO, hoping that EXO will overextend, and RG was hoping to just punish some mistakes and get a man advantage right at the start before they start committing towards any one of these sites, but it was not working for them. What RG Academy needed to do was start playing aggressively, and they will do it eventually, but by that time, Team EXO will have a massive lead. And RG Academy will not be able to gain enough momentum off of the first half. It will end in a 9-3. But at least they were able to figure it out. Sure, it's a little too late, but they figured it out nonetheless. And that's the part that matters. In the long run, being able to adjust to your opponent's movements is something that's essential. And it's crucial that ROG Academy learn this now at the very start of the gauntlet rather than facing these problems later on when the matches are more critical and more more detrimental.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as if the side of RG Academy, right? They can definitely start to, already do their research and get prepped up and ready, because a lot of teams currently have been doing this. They have been switching things. They've been switching their pace based on how exactly their opponents are feeling, how exactly their opponents are playing. And it's not like Team EXO are the only ones, or they're the ones who did it for the very first time. No, there are many teams who have switched up their pace, and we've seen them actually reign supreme. All the defenders, right, when they're starting off aggressively, there's something that the attackers are not able to tackle, and it's something that puts them off as well. It just completely rolls down their momentum. And there you have it, the scoreboard, followed by Spy.GG Sai with 21 kills. The guy was not only helping out the team with all his utilities, damn did he do a good job with that flash and that left mouse button. Insane coming out from the side of Sai. Like he was actually playing the breach as it's supposed to be, right? Like as a duelist. Charging up to speed, using the flash, using it for his own advantage, for his own sake, getting frags left, right, and center, using the entire ultimate at the right time so that Excali and Blackhawk can move in, capitalize on top of that. It was all well coordinated coming out from the side of Exo, and we're slowly seeing them, reach a stage where it clearly looks like that they're getting ready to win the Gauntlet Shield Crips.
Yeah, the Gauntlet Shield is still quite a distance away. It
Yeah.
will definitely take a step towards it, RG
Yeah.
Academy. I hope they will take it as a learning lesson. I hope they take a step in the right direction too and learn from this experience. They were able to figure out how to counter Team EXO. It was just a little too late, but at least they did it. It indicates that they can adjust on the fly. And I'm pretty sure that as they play more matches and as they gain more experience, they'll find a way to do this a lot more quickly.
Definitely. With that, you guys can see the map video right in front of your screens. Team EXO, they won out this best of 3 against the side of RG Academy 13-6, 13-5. The map is split and bind respectively. Pretty quick 2-0 coming out from the side of EXO. And yeah, we're going to be jumping straight in towards the group standings as it is updated. And we're going to be seeing where exactly Team EXO have placed themselves on the Group B standings. And there you have it. EXO are the first spot alongside True Ripper Esports. Team Exploit, they're also right up there. Team Exploit, True Rippers, and Team EXO. All three of these teams, they have won out both the maps. It was a quick 2-0 for all three of these teams, and thus they are in that first spot with 2 points respectively. Valor are on the fourth spot. God Particles on the fifth. SA2L, M42, and RG Academy on the sixth spot respectively. All three, actually all four of them, have lost out their games. Except the only difference is God Particles were able to take one map away. But yeah, God Particles, SA2L, M42, and RG Academy, they have to pick up their game now. It's okay, it's completely fine. SA2L Esports, M42, they're all. I mean, I wouldn't say SA2L as a newer team. I would definitely say M42 as a new team into the gauntlet and a new fresh roster. Just like RG Academy, they are learning and adapting every single day, and they are trying to put up the numbers as well. So, wishing all of these teams, all of these newcomers in Group B, all the best for their entire games throughout the group stages, because it is going to be a long journey for sure. But all they have to make sure is to survive or even just make their way in towards the playoffs. Making their way towards the playoffs is definitely the target, but surviving is something that is very important. If they do drop out, then they have to again qualify and then come back for season 4. So again, a lot of hassle there. But yeah, surviving is going to be something that all of these teams are going to be having into their mindsets.
Yeah, not just surviving, they want to thrive as well. And that's exactly the attitude you need to win the gauntlet. This is the showdown of the champions, ladies and gentlemen, and we are not done anytime soon. We will be back with more exciting Valorant matches tomorrow. Same time, same place, one match at 4 p.m., the other one at 8 p.m. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that you know whenever we go live so that you don't miss out on any of the action. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you again tomorrow.